Hello students, how are you? I hope all of you are fine. So students, in the previous part of the video, we have covered exercise 3.5 and in that exercise we have used cross multiplication method also, and for word problems we used elimination method. Okay. So today I am going to start the last part of this chapter, that is equation reducible to a pair of linear equations in a two variable. Means whatever equation will be given in the question, that will not be a linear equation, but somehow you have to make some substitution so that it will become linear equations. Okay, now this method I will explain to you with the help of one questions. Now see students, I have one question, that is solve the pair of equations. Okay, and two equations are given. Equation first is 2 upon x plus 3 upon y equal to 13, and second is 5 upon x minus 4 upon y equal to minus 2, and these two equations we have to solve. Okay, now by seeing these questions, we cannot say that it is a linear equation in two variable. Okay, because x and y are in denominator. Okay, so by seeing this, it is not a linear equation in two variable, but somehow we will make it in linear equation in two variable. So what is the method? So let's see. Whenever you will see this type of question, so what is the method to approach this question? Okay, so now see what I can do. If I will take equation 1, so it is 2 upon x plus 3 upon y equal to 13. Okay, now can I write this equation like this? 2 into 1 by x plus 3 into 1 by y equal to 13. I can write now. I can write now. Now what you do, you will assume 1 by x equal to another variable and 1 by y equal to another variable. So what I am going to do, I will assume let 1 by x equal to u and 1 by y equal to v. Okay, so by putting this substitution in this equation, we will get 2 into u plus 3 into v equal to 13. Now when we will complete it, it will become 2u plus 3v equal to 13. Now you can see now, whatever equation we got, this is a linear equation in two variable. So what we have done, we have made it in linear equation. It was not in linear equation into variable, but by using some substitution, we convert it into linear equation into variable. Now this will be your equation number 1. Now same you do with the second equation. So what is the second equation? 5 upon x minus 4 upon y equal to 13, sorry, minus 2. Now again do the same thing. This can be written as 5 into 1 by x, and this can be written into 4 into 1 by y equal to minus 2. Now because we have assumed 1 by x equal to u, so I can put 5 into u minus 4 into v, which is equal to minus 2. Now it will become 5u minus 4v equal to minus 2. This is our equation number 2. So student, first equation is 2u plus 3v equal to 13, and second equation is 5u minus 4v equal to minus 2. Now you got two equations, and those two equations are linear equation in two variable. So you can solve these two equations by any of the algebraic method. So I am going to solve it by elimination method. So for elimination method, what do we do? We eliminate any of one variable from the from the two equations. If you want to remove u, then u will be eliminated from both equation. If you want to remove v, then v can be removed for both the two equations. Okay, so I am going to eliminate u. So for eliminating u, we will see their coefficient. Here the coefficient of u is 2 and here the coefficient of u is 5, but somehow we have to make their coefficient equal. So what I will do, if equation 1 can be multiplied by 5, because this coefficient can be multiplied to this equation and this coefficient can be multiplied to this equations. So equation 1 can be multiplied by 5 and equation 2 can be multiplied by 2. If we will do that, what will happen? It will become 10u plus 15v equal to 65. That equation will become, and second equation will be 10u minus 8v equal to minus 4. Okay, after multiplying equation 1 by 5 and equation 2 by 2, we got 10u plus 15v equal to 65 and 10u minus 8v equal to minus 4. Okay, so after multiplying the suitable number, we make the coefficient of u same in both the equation, so u can be cancelled. So because both u having the same sign, so we will subtract these two equations. So when we will subtract, this will become minus, this will become plus, and this will also become plus. So this will be cancelled and 15u plus 8v will become 23v and 65 plus 4 will become 69. Okay, now v equal to 69 by 23, so v equal to 3. We got the value of v now. So by putting the value of v in any of the two equations, we can get the value of u. So what I am going to do, I am erasing this question. Okay, so after this I am solving here. Okay, so see, from equation 1 equation 1 was 2u plus 3v equal to 13. Now put the value of v here. So 2u plus 3 into 3 equal to 13. So 2u plus 9 equal to 13. So 2u equal to 13 minus 9. So 2u equal to 4. So u will be equal to 4 by 2, that is 2. Okay, so the value of u comes 2 and the value of v comes 3. But u and v were not in the actual question. In the actual question there was x and there was y. So what we will do, see, what is the value of u? The value of u was 1 by x now. The value of u was 1 by x. So what you do, put the value of u here. So u equal to 2 is equal to 1 by x. Now multiply x to this side, so it will become 2x equal to 1. So x will be equal to 1 by 2. So the value of x comes 1 by 2. Now what will be the value of y? Now I am going to remove this part. What will be the value of y? So in the question we have assumed v equal to 1 by y now. V equal to 1 by y was there and the value of v we got, that is 3. So 3 equal to 1 by y. So when you will do cross multiply, it will come 3y equal to 1. So y will be equal to 1 by 3. So the answer of the linear equation will be x equal to 1 by 2 and y equal to 1 by 3. So if this type of question comes, what you do, first you will convert it into the linear equation in two variable, then you will solve for that variable. Whatever value you will get, you will put the earlier one and after solving you can get the value of the given variables. So this method is known as equation reducible to a linear equation in two variables. Okay, so I hope you have understood this question. 2 or 3 more questions I will solve when we will solve exercise 3.6. Okay, so I hope you have understood this part. Now one one topic which is very important and always comes in the board's examination is that upstream and downstream. Okay, upstream and downstream. This word you have heard in class 8th also. Okay, so I am going to explain what is upstream and downstream. So I will write here, heading will be upstream and downstream. Okay, so what I am going to do, I am dividing this board into two parts. Suppose this part is upstream and this part is your downstream. Now I am dividing like this. Okay, now note down the heading upstream and downstream. Now upstream and downstream. What is the meaning of upstream and what is the meaning of downstream? Basically, these two words are used in case of river, and we all know that a boat can go in the river and a boat can flow in a river. Okay, so when a river flows, student, so suppose we have divided this in upstream and downstream category. Okay, suppose you have one river. So one river I have drawn here also, and one river I have drawn here also. Suppose it is a river. Okay, that is river. River is also known as stream. Okay, river is also known as stream. Now listen, if a river is there, so boat can flow in any direction and river can flow in any directions. So suppose I have a boat in a river. Okay, I have a boat in a river and a sailor is inside the boat. Okay, suppose river is flowing in this direction. This is the direction of the stream. This is the direction of the stream, means river is flowing in this direction, but boat is moving in this direction, means opposite direction. River direction is this and boat direction is this. Boat direction, okay, and it is stream direction. Okay, so what is the meaning of upstream? Upstream meaning is that when a boat is sailing in a river, so it will sail against the flow of the river. Means if the flow of the river in east direction, then the flow of the boat will be west direction, means opposite. The meaning of upstream is that both having opposite direction. Both means one is boat and one is river. River is also known as stream. Okay, so in upstream, the direction of the boat and the direction of the river are opposite to each other. Okay, so suppose the speed of the boat, suppose speed of boat or speed of man, because man is inside the boat, so whatever will be the speed of boat, that same speed will be the man also. So we can say the speed of boat is u and the speed of stream is v. Okay, in the starting I said to you, when a boat is inside a river, so it can flow, it can sail. So when the direction of the boat and the direction of the stream are opposite to each other, so that type of stream is known as upstream. So what I have assumed that speed of the boat is u and the speed of the stream is v. So upstream speed is equal to speed of boat minus speed of stream. It means it is u minus v. Remember that point. In upstream speed, the speed is u minus v, and u minus v is what? Speed of boat minus speed of river. That's why in case of upstream the speed is less. Okay, so this is the concept of upstream. Basically you have to remember only 2 points, is that in upstream the speed, the direction of boat and the direction of stream are opposite to each other. So what we have assumed, the direction, the speed of the boat is u, the speed of the stream is v, so upstream speed is u minus v. Okay, first there will be speed of boat, after that minus, and after that speed of stream. You cannot write this like this, v minus u, it is wrong. Okay, so you will write like this only, u minus v, and u minus v is known as the upstream speed. Okay, now downstream is just the opposite of upstream. Like if river is flow in this direction and boat is also flowing in this direction, so that type of stream is known as downstream. You can write like that. You can remember, in upstream what is the direction? Opposite direction of what? Opposite direction of what? Opposite direction of boat and stream. And in downstream, same direction. Okay, in downstream there are same direction of boat and river. So again in this case, let speed of boat equal to u and speed of stream is v. So because they are flowing in the same direction, so in same direction the downstream speed will be the addition of speed of boat and the speed of stream. So that's why we are writing as downstream speed equal to u plus v. This you have to remember. Okay, downstream speed is u plus v and upstream speed is u minus v. That is the difference. One more difference is that upstream speed is always less than the downstream speed. Okay, because you can see here is the plus sign and here is the minus sign. So which one will be greater? This one will be greater. So that's why in downstream speed will be greater and in upstream the speed will be lesser. Okay, I will give you one example. Suppose you are swimming in a river, okay, and your direction is same as river direction. So you will reach your destination soon, means quickly. So when you will take less time, it means that you will have larger speed. Okay, opposite, when you will move in opposite direction, so you will take more time, and when you will take more time, then your speed will be lesser. So that is the main difference. In downstream the speed of boat and the speed of stream are same, and in upstream the speed of boat and speed of stream are opposite. And always we write the downstream and upstream speed is that first we write the speed of boat, then we write the speed of stream. In upstream they both are subtracted, in downstream they both are added. So basically this is the concept of upstream and downstream, and this type of question comes like river flowing, stream flowing, like that type of questions. You will see in the exercise also, but for now only you will write this, you will make this chart. Okay, so first note down all the concept. This two thing is very important. Downstream speed is u plus v and upstream speed is u minus v. Okay, so note down this thing. So by this we have finished all the concept of chapter number 3. So now we can move to our next exercise, that is exercise 3.6. Okay. This is very important topic, you should know. This is very important. Okay. So I am going to erase this. Basically you have to remember, in downstream the speed of boat and the speed of stream are added and they are in same direction, and in upstream they are in opposite direction. Now we will solve our next exercise, that is exercise 3.6. That is the last exercise. Okay. So first question and part first. Okay. So what is the question? Solve the following pair of equations by reducing them to a pair of linear equation. So we have to solve this question number first, that is 1 upon 2x plus 1 upon 3y equal to 2, and 1 upon 3x plus 1 upon 2y equal to 13 by 66. So solve the following pair of equation by reducing them to a pair of linear equation. Because the given equation are not in the linear equation, so first we will reduce in the form of linear equation. So I told you that type of question. How will you recognize that we have to apply that method? Because in this method x and y both are in denominator. So first we will convert it in linear equation. They are not in linear equation. Okay. So first, when we will solve, we will take first equation. First equation is 1 upon 2x plus 1 upon 3y equal to 2. Now this can be written as 1 by 2 into 1 by x plus 1 by 3 into 1 by y equal to 2. Same. Now you assume 1 by x equal to, let 1 by x equal to u and 1 by y equal to v. Okay. So now what it will become? It will become 1 by 2 into u plus 1 by 3 into v equal to 2. Now when you will solve it, you will get u by 2 plus v by 3 equal to 2. Now take the LCM. LCM will be 6. So it will come 3u plus 2v equal to 2. So when you will cross multiply it, you will get 3u plus 2v equal to 12. Equation number 1. Okay. Now same thing you will do for equation number second also. So second equation is 1 by 3x plus 1 by 2y equal to 13 by 6. Now again convert it in the linear form. So I can write it 1 by 3 into 1 by x in bracket and 1 by 2 into 1 by y equal to 13 by 6. Now because we have assumed 1 by x equal to u, so it can be written as 1 by 3 into u plus 1 by 2 into v equal to 13 by 6. Now it will come u by 3 plus v by 2 equal to 13 by 6. Now take LCM of 3 and 2, so it will come 6. So it will be 2u plus 3v equal to 13 by 6. Now because the denominator is same, so we can cancel it. So 6 cancel. So equation comes 2u plus 3v equal to 13. This is our equation number 2. Now we got two equations now. This is first equation is 3u plus 2v equal to 12 and second equation is 2u plus 3v equal to 13. Now you have to solve them. So for solving them you can use any of the methods. So I am using elimination method, and in elimination method I will going to eliminate u. Okay. So for eliminating, what you do? See, here is 3, here is 2 now. both coefficient are different. So what you do, you will multiply this equation by this coefficient, it means 2, and you will multiply this equation by this coefficient, that is 3. So equation 1 is multiplied by 2 and equation 2 is multiplied by 3. So what we will get when equation 1 is multiplied by 2, we will get 6u plus 4v equal to 24. This is our equation number 1. And this equation when multiplied by 3, it will 6u plus 9v equal to 39. Now solve these two equations. So because both u having the same sign, so subtraction will be there. So minus minus minus, this is cancelled. Plus 4u and minus plus 4v and minus 9v will become minus 5v, and it will become 24 minus 39 minus 15. Okay, I am going to erase this part. So this minus minus cancel. So 5v equal to 15. So v equal to 15 by 5, that is 3. Now we got the value of v. So you can put in any of the one equation. So from equation 1 we can say 3u plus 2v equal to 12. Now put the value of v here. So 3u plus 2 into 3 equal to 12 plus 6 equal to 12. So 3u equal to 12 minus 6. So 3u equal to 6. So u equal to 6 by 3, that is 2. So the value of u is 2 and the value of v is 3. Okay, so we got the value of u and v now. But in the actual question there was no u and v. There was x and y. So we have to find the value of x and y now. We have to find the value of x and y. So we know that we have assumed 1 by x equal to what? We have assumed 1 by x equal to u, and the value of u was 2. So 1 by x equal to 2. Now cross multiply it. So 1 equal to 2x. So x equal to 1 by 2. So the value of x is 1 by 2. Similarly, 1 by y equal to v was there. So 1 by y equal to 3. So 1 equal to 3y. So y equal to 1 by 3. Okay, because 3 will here come in this side in divide. So the value of x is 1 by 2 and the value of y is 1 by 3. So answer, what will you write, student? How will you write the answer? So answer will be, you will write like this. So answer will be x equal to 1 by 2 and y equal to 1 by 3. So this is the same question as we solved in example. Okay, whatever example I have given in the starting, that question is same as this question. Okay, so I hope you have understood. Okay, now when you know that you have to use that method, the first step is that whatever variable will be given in the question, that will be in the denominator. Okay, see, in the question the x was in the denominator, the y was in the denominator, so it was not in the linear form. So first we have reduced it in the linear form, then we have solved. After that, by putting the value of the unknown variable, we got the value of x and y. So one more question I will solve. Okay, so I hope you have understood this question. Very simple question. In all question you have to apply this method only. Whatever parts are given in the question number first is based on this formula only. So question number 1, part second. Okay, 2 by under root x plus 3 by under root y equal to 2. 4 by under root x minus 9 by under root y equal to minus 1. Okay, so see, now you will say that sir here is under root. No worry, no worry, it is the same question, method will be same. So what we will do, first we will take our first equation. So first equation was 2 upon under root x plus 3 upon under root y equal to 2. Now it can be written as 2 into 1 by root x plus 3 into 1 by root y equal to 2. Now what do you do? Now you can see now in both the equation root x, root y in the denominator. So it will help in both the two equations. Okay. So what I am going to do, I am considering let 1 by root x equal to u and 1 by root y equal to v. Same method. Okay. So now when we will put the value of 1 by root x and 1 by root y in this equation, we will get 2 into u plus 3 into v equal to 2. Now 2u plus 3v equal to 2. That is our equation number 1. Now same thing we will do for second equation. So for second equation was 4 upon root x minus 9 upon root y equal to minus 1. Now it can be written as 4 into 1 by root x minus 9 into 1 by root y equal to minus 1. And because 1 by root x was u, so 4 into u minus 9 into v equal to minus 1. So 4u minus 9v equal to minus 1. So it is your equation number 2. Now you got two equations, my student. So we can solve these two equations by any of the algebraic method or graphical method. So we will use algebraic method only. So which method you want to use? So I will use elimination method. Okay, you are free to use any method, but I will use elimination method because it is easy and it takes less time. So now which variable you want to eliminate? You can eliminate u or you can eliminate v. So I am going to eliminate what? U. So for eliminating u, both coefficients should be same now. So here is 2, here is 4. Here is 2, here is 4. 2 can be we can make 2 as 4 now. If we can multiply equation 1 by 2, suppose if we will multiply equation 1 by 2, so it will become 4u, it will become 6v and it will become 4. And if we will multiply this equation by 1, we will get same equation. So what we will do, we will multiply equation 1 by 2. You have to choose that number so that whatever variable you want to eliminate, their coefficient will be same. So by choosing any suitable number, you can use it. So by multiplying equation 1 by 2 and equation 2 by 1, what we will get? First equation will be 4u plus 6v equal to 4. And second equation will be same, 4u minus 9v equal to minus 1. Now both u having the same coefficient, so we can eliminate it. So for eliminating, we will subtract these two equations because they have opposite same sign. Just whenever same sign is there, we subtract, and whenever opposite sign is there, we add. So here is the same sign, so we will subtract. So in subtraction, here will be minus, here will be plus, here will be plus. Now 6v plus 9v will be 15v, and 15v will be equal to 4 plus 1 will be equal to 5. So v will be equal to 5 by 15. So v is equal to 1 by 3. Okay. So you got the value of v now. So by putting the value of v in any of the two equations, we can get the value of u. So from equation number 1, and equation number 1 was 2u plus 3v equal to 2. So now put the value of v in equation 1. So what we will get, student? We will get 2u plus 3 into 1 by 3, because the value of v was 1 by 3, equal to 2. 3 is cancel, so 2u plus 1 equal to 2, so 2u equal to 2 plus minus 1, so 2u equal to 1, so u equal to 1 by 2. So the value of u and v was 1 by 2 and 1 by 3. But we have to solve the value of x and y now. So in the question we have assumed u was equal to 1 by root x. Okay. So now solve it, because the value of u is 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 equal to 1 by root x. Okay. Now cross multiply it, so you will get root x equal to 2, because when 1 is multiplied to root x will become root x, and 2 into 1 2. Now we have to find the value of x now, because it is root x. So what we will do, we will square both sides. So when you will square both sides, so root x square equal to 2 square, so root x ka square will become x and it will become 4. So x equal to 4. Now same we will do for y also. So v equal to 1 by y was there, v equal to 1 by y was there. So the value of v was 1 by 3, sorry, v equal to 1 by root y was there, sorry, v equal to 1 by root y was there, and the value of v was 1 by 3. So 1 by 3 equal to 1 by root y. So when they will cross multiply, we will get root y equal to 3. Now again square both sides, because we have to find the value of y. So root y ka square equal to 3 square. Now root y square will become y and it will become 9. So answer will be x equal to 4 and y equal to 9. This is the answer. So by this way, student, you can solve all the parts of the given question. Okay, all the parts you can solve. Okay, so I hope you have understood this part of the question, and it is very simple. Okay, please try to solve all parts of question number 1. I have solved 2 parts, but I expect you will solve the remaining one. Okay, so by this way we can solve whatever questions are given in the question number 1 easily. Okay, so I think 6 parts are left, so you can do by yourself. If it is needed, then I will explain the later questions. Okay, and after that 3 questions are the word problems, so that will be also discussed in the video. So I hope you have understand this part of the video. Whatever questions are left, and if you have the problem, we will discuss in the later part of the video. So I hope you have understood this part. So please solve all the questions of exercise 3.6. Not all the questions, the all parts of question number 1, and the word problems I will solve, don't worry. Okay, so till then you will solve. Please, I have completed up to 3.5. Please finish your copy as you can. Okay, because after two mood video means this chapter will take maximum 2 videos more. Okay, so after this chapter I will start chapter number 4, that is quadratic equation. So if you will not complete your work, so that will be burden for you. Okay, so please complete side by side along with me, it will help you. Okay, so till then I hope you have enjoyed this part, and whatever queries are there you can ask in the doubt session. Okay, so that's all for today. So whatever things are left and whatever question you want to discuss, we will discuss in the next part of the video. Okay, so till then, have a nice day, take care, thank you.